Hello everybody, I'm your host for today, and Dussard, my partner, Chloe Dussard, and my cameraman, Daddy Dussard.
Woohoo!
Chloe.
Okay, so before we start, I'd like to sing a little song named Someone You Love by Louis Capaldi. We get into it now. Wait a minute, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going under, and this time I said there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. This all or nothing way of loving got me sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to hear, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. Now I tend to close my eyes when it hurts sometimes. I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your sound till I come back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. But day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. Hope you enjoyed that.
I did.
Thank you. Did you enjoy that, Auntie?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Did you enjoy that, Chloe?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Another round of applause for me. Alright, so before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to all my relatives and the people that take their time out of the day to watch this video. Okay, so today we're going to be reading Numbers chapter 15. We begin. Chapter 15. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or in a freewill offering, or in a solemn feast, to make a sweet savor unto the Lord, of the herd or of the flock. Then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a tenth deal of flour mingled with the fourth part of an hin of oil, and the fourth part of an hin of wine. For a drink offering shalt thou prepare with the burnt offering or sacrifice. For one lamb or for a ram thou shalt prepare for a meat offering 2/10 deals of flour mingled with the third part of an hin of oil. And for a drink offering, thou shalt offer the third part of a hin of wine for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And when thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow, or a peace offerings unto the Lord, then shall he bring with the bullock a meat offering of 3/10 deals of flour mingled with half an hin of oil. And thou shalt bring for a drink offering half an hin of wine, for an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Thus shall it be done for one bullock, or for one ram, or for a lamb or a kid. According to the number that ye shall prepare, so shall ye do to everyone according to their number. All that are born of the country shall do these things after this manner, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord, as ye do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before the Lord. One law and one manager shall be for you, and for the stranger that sojourneth with you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up an heave offering unto the Lord. Ye shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for an heave offering, as ye do the heave offering of the threshing floor. Threshing floor. Thank you, Auntie. So shall ye have it. Of the first of your dough ye shall give unto the Lord an heave offering in your generations. And if ye have erred and not observed all these commandments which the Lord hath spoken unto Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforward among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them for its ignorance. And they shall bring their offerings, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord, for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourneth among them, seeing all the people were in ignorance. And if my soul sin through ignorance, and he shall bring a she-goat of the first year for a sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinneth by ignorance before the Lord, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Lord, and the soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he hath despised the word of the Lord, and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron, and unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Lord said unto Moses, Man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones, and he died, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make their fringes and the borders of the garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, which after ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all commandments and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. I am the Lord your God. That's the reading of chapter 15.
So that's the reading of chapter 15. Chapter 15. Okay. 15. Okay, what did you get out of chapter 15 tonight, Aaron? What stood out to you?
What I got out of it was that they're offering food unto the Lord. But there's just one verse, or one half of a verse that stood out to me.
Which one?
Verse 25, but it's not the entire thing, it's just the half.
Okay.
The half goes up to the bottom of page 215.
Okay.
It says, and the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance.
Read 25 again.
And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance.
What stood out with that to you?
Like the priest, he was bringing all the sins that the children of Israel did, and he was asking God for forgiveness for all their ignorance. So that's what stood out to me most. The priest, who was like the leader of the group then, he was the one responsible for going up unto the Lord to ask for forgiveness and atone for the ignorance.
Continue reading 25 on the following page.
And they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance.
You know what stood out to me because I had marked that too. But you know what stood out to me on 25?
The other half?
Yeah, but the part where it says the sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance. Right? I read it again.
And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them for his ignorance. And ignorance sin, and wilt thou be wroth with... Oh, snap.
And they shall?
Wait, I'm going to restart it because I'm on 2 pages over.
Okay.
And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance. And they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire, unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance.
So they have to bring 2 offerings.
One is the sin offering, and the other one is a sacrifice offering.
Yes, sacrifice, right? Made by fire unto the Lord, right? And their sin offering. So in order to get forgiveness, you had to bring 2 sin. Is that what that is saying to you?
To me, because in the previous chapters of Numbers, they said the same exact thing right here. That you needed 2 sins. Like one said the sin offering, the other said they had to bring all these animals in for the sacrifice.
That's true. That's true. Yes, Chloe. What you want?
I want to say it's at the end of it, right here. It
What is 41?
41.
Okay, so you're doing verse 41.
Yes.
Okay, and what is saying?
I am the Lord, your God, who brought you out of Egypt to be your God, and I am the Lord, your God.
Uh-huh. Good reading. What stood out to you about that?
That is what stood out to me. But I have a question. Why did it say Egypt?
Why they say Egypt?
Yeah.
Well, Egypt is a country
In Africa.
in Africa. Thank you.
So it looked like that's where the Bible took place then, in Africa then. Oh, because Africa is the motherland and it's where everything started.
There you
I
go.
understand.
Africa is the motherland. It's the only motherland.
What's a molodom?
Motherland.
Motherland.
It's basically the place where all the others come
Where
together.
where everything started.
Yeah.
So
You see, like how you have your mom, huh?
You came from him, right?
And you
Yeah.
came from your mom. So Africa is what represent that. In otherwise, Africa is the place that everything started then.
Like the
So-
first continent ever made.
so
Pretty much, yes.
so you what?
Is that for real though? Africa is the first continent?
I don't know because my school taught me that all the continents were just one. They were made up together,
Uh-huh.
and there was no separation between them.
Uh-huh.
You could have just walked freely.
Uh-huh.
And then the tectonic plates, they moved across, and that's what made them shift.
So they start breaking up.
Yeah, probably that's what killed the dinosaurs.
So what you're trying to say is
Mhm.
that the Africa was the first country to be
Pretty much, yes. But it's not a country, it's a continent.
a continent.
It's a continent that have multiple countries.
Like over 50, I think.
I think it's 52 or 58. I forgot exactly. You mind just doing a quick
Are you sure?
search?
How much countries do Africa have?
Here's what I found.
54.
54. So Africa have 54 countries.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Right?
Wait, but bringing back to if Africa was the first continent, what was the title?
Yes.
Was Africa the first continent to be made?
I found this on the web.
Well, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, Africa is the motherland.
Alright, history of Africa, Wikipedia. The history of Africa begins with the emergence of humans. Bueno, I'm just go right here real quick. Oh man, why did this have to be so big? Most of the available. Okay. So Africa was the continent in which human life began.
Begun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where human life began, in Africa.
So God made us in Africa?
Yeah.
Well, not you per se, but our ancestors.
Huh?
Do you want me to
What's
search
that?
up where did the Bible, like, was the Bible located in Africa? Because, like, most of it is basically talking about in Africa, Egypt.
Go ahead, let me hear I'm curious.
Was the Bible located in Africa?
Here's what I found.
Daddy?
Uh-huh.
So what's an ancestor?
Okay, so ancestors are, you see how I have a dad and I had a mom? So my dad, mom, and her mom, and her mom, and her mom are her dad and her dad. You understand? So it's ancestors are your relatives that
So you
came sometime way before you.
So what you're trying to say is that an ancestor is something that come before you, like get born before you?
You hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, they were born before you.
Okay.
They were actually, yeah, they were born before you. Pretty much, yeah.
So the Bible
so
took place.
Aaron and Ethan got born before me, but they're not supposed to because when you guys get ready, they're supposed to be born dead.
Well, technically like that. I wouldn't say that we are considered your ancestors, but
Not like that. We're talking
Yeah.
about people who
were
passed on already,
yeah.
who died.
Yeah, that's what ancestors mean. Past family relatives.
Yes.
Family relatives that died.
Yes. Oh, good job, Aaron. All right, 35.
Wait.
Can I get a tissue?
Sure.
Thank you.
So what I was talking about the Bible, right? Most of it is located in Africa. Well, all of it is located in Africa.
Uh-huh.
So you know how to say where's Eden, right?
Eden. Mhm.
Yeah. Eden is located in Africa.
Uh-huh.
Eden is located in Africa. And you know Ethiopia, right?
Uh-huh.
Also located in Africa.
Sure.
So most locations in this Bible was located in Africa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
the Bible was written from an African standpoint,
Yeah, so that leads me to say that.
because all these countries,
Then Africa. So Africa was in BC before Christ.
oh yeah, Africa been from creation.
So
Africa been from,
After the Lord finished the entire world.
yeah, maybe it was the first land
Yeah, because all it talks about is the locations in Africa.
in Africa. If you notice when you read the Bible, everything is in Africa.
Yeah.
This whole entire is not talking about the Western world. It's not talking about America.
Talking about Africa.
It's talking about Africa. That goes to show you how powerful Africa is.
Before time, first.
Yeah. Yes, Chloe.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the book, why Africa had to be the first one to be here? Like
No
what?
one knows.
Well, because can America be here first? Because-
Well, they didn't discover America until what year did they discover America, Aaron?
Well, people normally say that Christopher Columbus is the one that
And what year that he claims he discovered America?
Because Indians were the one who were
Exactly. He didn't discover America, but less for record's sake that they have, because certain
When was America discovered?
United States of America was founded July 4th, 1776.
1776. You know, like, come on. You know, the land been here forever.
And
You know.
I have one more question,
Yes, Chloe.
which is is Africa is the hottest place that you can get sunburned?
If it's the hottest place,
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think Africa is the hottest continent.
Well, Africa have everything. Africa have snow, have heat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because you have the cold part in Africa,
Yeah, I'll switch it up.
and you have the
Which part
the
in
hot
Africa
part.
does it snow?
I found this on the web.
The tiny kingdom of Lesotho.
What is it called?
Lesotho.
That-
Tunisia. Alligator.
That's a country in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How is a country in Africa?
And that's where it snows.
Yeah, I'm searching it up. So, Johannesburg. Yeah, Johannesburg. Yeah, Drakensberg.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Table Mountain. Atlas Mountain. Atlas. Yo, man, Daddy, I'm just realizing. You know, all story tells about Hercules, Poseidon Wait, no. That's Greek. That's what I'm thinking about. That's Greek.
Okay. All right. So hold on now, Chloe. All right. So let's move on to. Wow. Y'all just take me to a different level. But I wanted to point out 35 also. Read 35, Aaron.
Okay. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp.
What do you think about that reading?
I think that he was put to death since he did something wrongfully.
Yeah, but and the and the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. The Lord is telling Moses that. That sound. So the Lord would tell Moses to put someone to death?
Well, probably it might be for a good reason then.
Because if the Lord is so powerful and mighty, right? Why is it the Lord is telling Moses to put, right? The man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. What do you take from that? Like, Christ is giving Moses the command to kill another human being. So 1 minute, Chloe. Okay. So if we take it back to this time that we live in, when you have the leaders of these different countries and the judges who sentence people to death, because if the Lord can give Moses this kind of direction to kill this person, right? When a judge sentence a person to death,
basically doing the same thing as the Lord.
yes, doing the same thing as the Lord, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Chloe, let me hear what you say.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is says in the book that they put rocks on him? Why?
They didn't say they put rocks on him. They say they stone him with the rock.
Why?
So they say all the congregation shall stone him with.
And like, how do you stone somebody?
With stones without the camp. So how you stone somebody? You get the rock and you start throwing the rocks at them. You try to hit them with it until they fall on the ground, and you continue just pelting the stone at them until they die. I guess back then you didn't have gunpowder, so that's why some countries still up to today, when they're fighting, and like the military or whoever coming for them, they use stone to stone their enemies.
But I thought they can stone them like putting it on him.
No, the rocks, they're using the rocks to kill that person.
But I thought you could kill them by putting it on them.
Mm-mm.
You're not going to put it on them. You're not just putting it on them. You are hitting them with it.
What would happen if you did put it on them?
Then they'll be fine.
Then they just can't move probably.
And what will happen if you did put it on their face?
It'll stay on their face.
It gonna crush their face probably.
What do you mean?
All depends on how big the rock is.
Oh.
You understand?
Like if
Which it can't be that much big of a rock if you're just gonna put it on their face. But it gonna squeeze their face, obviously.
Wait, it might be a big rock they just put on their face and to make the weight of the rock over top
Crush.
of the man, and then he falls to the ground. The weight of the rock and it's with the speed is gonna eventually crush some bones
and kill him.
I don't know, but
And if he get a ginormous rock and put it on his whole entire body, what will happen? Would he get killed?
squeeze him.
yeah, squeeze him to death.
Imagine Ethan sitting on you.
Anyway, on that note,
I just had to.
I'm gonna
I
wrap
just
it
had
up.
to.
On that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting the videos. I just want to say a big shout out to Miss Natoya. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary, mommy.
Happy anniversary, mommy. I love you so much.
Yes, happy anniversary. And I just want to say, yes, she's on the front line, even though it's her anniversary. So just continue to pray for her. I just want to say a big shout out to all the first responders out there. Just want to say, please, out there, be mindful that people out there is working and they have their families, but they still got to go out and do this job that they were called to do. So, on that note, Erin, Chloe,
Good
night.
and have a nice day and stay
you got to go back,
healthy.
Chloe. They can't see you.
Have a nice day and have nice days, and you will be okay.
Okay,
Everything will
1
be
minute.
Okay.
I just want to say a special thank you to Miss Mert. She cooked a beautiful dinner tonight.
Well, you should have seen it. It was really good. Fish,
Yes.
She cooked salmon, fish. We had mashed potato with the parsley flakes on it. Boy, was it good.
Yes,
And
she
we
did a
had
very
some-
good job with the anniversary dinner. We are quarantined and we can't go to restaurants and all of these things, but I
Hey.
don't really care for restaurants anyway. But
Quarantine dinner at home.
I love my home cooked meal and I thank her 1,000,001.
And
Miss Natoya and myself and the kids and everyone, we had a blast.
Tasty.
and we had some apple cider. It was apple cider.
Yeah, it was apple cider.
Apple cider and something else.
The juice.
And we have a delicious cake.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I
So,
bet you
yum,
guys
yum,
were
yum.
too sleepy to eat it.
Yeah, I was tired. I don't know why. I wanted to go to sleep, but couldn't at the same time.
Anyway, guys, you have a good night.
I love you. You should have the best day tomorrow. Everything is going to be okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I am going to have the best day tomorrow. Tomorrow. I go to have the best
We
day.
can't see you, Chloe.
We're gonna have the best day. We're gonna have the best day. Best day. Best day. Best day.
Amen.
Amen.
Good night.
Good night.